Fernandes overhit.
Mason Greenwood, another in Manchester United's ranks, has had such a good start of the season. He's scored in each of the first 3 Premier League games.
What is going to be difficult for West Ham today is when they have to clear their lines and trying to knock it up to what would normally be Michail Antonio, so good at receiving that and holding it up and allowing his team to get up the field and come and join him. It's not going to be so easy for Jarrod Bowen and Benrahma and Vlasic, Fornals, or any of those guys. So they're going to have to be a little bit more constructive. They're going to have to be a little better in possession, West Ham, to get out today, to really start to worry United.
Lovely elevation on the ball, which just sailed over Fornals' head. Shaw's delivery, looking for Ronaldo, repelled as far as Fred. Now Vlasic. He was aware of who was behind him, finding Cresswell. Now Rice. Player who's consistently linked with a move to Old Trafford over the course of the summer, but plays in this fixture against them today. Has been West Ham's best start to a Premier League season since the turn of the century. The first time that they've still been unbeaten at this stage since 1999. It is a far cry from recent campaigns where they've been notoriously slow out of the blocks. Early thumping defeats by Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United themselves in recent times, but this year the opening month of the season has set things up beautifully. They're able to continue here with a good advantage from referee Atkinson. Cross easily claimed by De Gea.
Lucky. Yeah, I think actually Aaron Cresswell could have done with that pass from Declan Rice first time. Just a couple of seconds before he eventually got it. Still whipped in a decent ball, but just allowed United to reset and get close to people in the box, and De Gea to step off his line and gather.
Greenwood, McTominay, very neat and tidy this from Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes supplying the width in conjunction with Luke Shaw. Now Pogba. West Ham's diligence forcing Manchester United back inside their own half.
How narrow those United forward players are. Just on the left of the screen there, you can see 4 of them are all playing tucked in, looking for those short passes in tight areas, and then maybe trying to release Luke Shaw. To a lesser degree, maybe Wan-Bissaka.
The way they're playing will certainly give Safal something to think about, and Fornals as well, defensively on the West Ham United right, to keep a watchful eye on Shaw's progress. And he has space again out on the touchline. That's a pass that has been a good one for Manchester United in these early stages.
Lucky right idea. Give and go Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, but yeah, you can see that that's what United want to do. Get those midfield players in and around the ball, combining, and then allow Luke Shaw to just creep up that line and give Safal that problem.
Manchester United dominating the early exchanges in terms of possession, albeit that Fabianski hasn't had a save to make up to this point. No pressure on Varane as he's allowed to come forward towards halfway. Now West Ham will try and stop the progress of the man with the ball. Ogbonna can do exactly that. Wan-Bissaka keeping his place in the side today, despite the red card that he picked up in Switzerland the other night. Ronaldo just trying to get in between the two defenders. Zouma's clearance on the wrong side of the corner flag as far as he was concerned. It will be a Manchester United corner.
Well, they'll have watched in the opening games that Ronaldo's played in for United, where he'll steal a yard on anybody if you allow him. So concentration, communicate permanently to each other. Two centre-halves, Ogbonna, Zouma. New partnership that David Moyes has patched together, but they've got to make sure they're absolutely in sync to try and deny Cristiano Ronaldo.
In-swinger from Shaw this time. No, it was Zouma with an important header. Steered it to temporary safety. Wan-Bissaka not taking any chances. Harried by Fornals. Ball from De Gea, good jump, well timed by Pogba. Ronaldo. Nice shape on the delivery from Fernandes, but Cresswell had anticipated it well. Rice putting his foot in. Benrahma's work for West Ham has been in a defensive capacity so far, and the Hammers just unable to get out, and all eyes on the ball as three players watched the flight path but didn't watch each other. Zouma hurt, Bruno Fernandes hurt, and Safar probably came off the worst of the three.
Yeah, not sure whether it was that Bruno Fernandes actually slips. Looks like I think he steps on Vladimir Soufal's foot, and the run was being tracked to Marshall. I just feel that, and you can feel the West Ham fans in the stadium just now, as we're quarter of an hour into the game, want to see their team just get into the thick of things a bit more. A little bit passive they've been. They've allowed United to be very comfortable in possession. I think West Ham will need to now start to try and up the tempo and just get in and around people a bit quicker, engage everyone in the stadium that little bit more. When they do that, there's a real noise in here. I've been in here when it's packed like this today, and it can be very good.
Maguire took a chance, Benrahma's robbed him, it's Bowen! What a block, absolutely essential.
Oh, he didn't catch it, did he, Jarrod Bowen? Harry Maguire casually strolling around, thinks he's got all day, and he hasn't. He's got claret and blue shirts all over him. And Jarrod Bowen there, any sort of serious contact, and De Gea's got a big problem.
Well, it is a role that he has played in the past, very occasionally for West Ham, but more so earlier in his career with Hull City. Maybe the first to admit not necessarily a prolific player, Jarrod Bowen, but on a day when he might not get too many really clear-cut sights of goal, that was a moment that he'd love to take back. Safar. Bowen again. So check. Well, he can catch hold of him from distance, but that's not his best. But this was a clearer chance.
Yeah. Harry Maguire here, so he's getting his body in. He's waiting for the time to go back to the goalkeeper. It just takes one touch too many. And it's Benrahma that picks his pocket, and Jarrod Bowen there should do a lot better. So he's had a touch, now give it to the goalie. That extra touch he didn't need. And from there, you'd be expecting that to hit the back of the net. It's a golden chance, an unbelievable opportunity that for Jarrod Bowen. And Michail Antonio, in the sort of form he's in, Jim, that'll be in the back of the net.
Well, the West Ham United supporters that I was speaking to on the way in today were far from confident despite the start that they've made. A loss of Antonio they saw as being absolutely pivotal to their chances, and the win probability would back up Manchester United starting the game as favourites, but Can clearly make a case for all three potential results. West Ham did only take 1 point from 8 games against the sides that finished in the top 4 last season. And for all that they achieved, getting a real stellar scalp was something that they found difficult.
Yeah, that's the next step for David Moyes in this group of players. We know they're very good, talented squad. Can they do what Leicester have done? Well, they play the big teams and they're able to get some proper results as well. That's what West Ham have to try and achieve.
Cresswell driving the ball in, just a fraction too high for Bowen. Pogba back in defensive duty. Safal doing what he can to give Pogba something to think about coming back the other way. Ronaldo caught by Fornals. Ronaldo long used to the adulation of his adoring public wherever he's played, but having to really get used again to the catcalls that come with it when he's playing away from home. Bowen couldn't bring the ball under control. Any thoughts of a counter-attack very swiftly disappear. This is Varane. Souček. And Rama's layoff. West Ham forwards having to get through an awful lot of work to try and link up. Now there's space on the right-hand side, force the foul. Bruno Fernandes is back there, couldn't stop the cross coming in. Varane can repel it when it is fired in. Bowen! Saved by the leg of De Gea, who then couldn't get a touch but didn't need one on the resulting effort. The Hammers warming to their cause.
They certainly are. Best bit of football they've played in the opening 21 minutes. Love that little flick from Fornals. First time switch out here to Sufal. When it arrives with Jarrod Bowen, again on his right foot, he's got a chance. It's not a good strike again. He's had to sort of pick his head out of the clouds, and then it's in front of him at his feet. And then the final strike as well from Souček, not one of his finest, but that's better when they get that movement, when they get the ball in the box. United look a little uneasy.
Well, he hasn't scored in his last 11 games, Jarrod Bowen. That's since a run of 3 successive matches in which he found the net back in the early spring. A couple of opportunities for him to break the deadlock today. Benrahma. That was an excellent turn. Got the better of McTominay. Vlasic hasn't had too many opportunities to be heavily involved so far, but good link-up play from him. Souček. Benrahma back for Ogbonna. Rice. West Ham much more purposeful in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Waiting for options to present themselves, and ultimately they didn't. Manchester United had possession back pretty cheaply. In the last 5 minutes, West Ham nearly 60% of the ball, which is far and away the greatest that they've had at any stage.
Yeah, much better in the game now.
Wan-Bissaka's delivery. Rice able to stoop to head clear, and what a turn that is from Benrahma. Now it's 3 against 2. If West Ham can get it forward quickly, Manchester United getting the bodies back. Maguire's positioning was such that it was easy for him to intercept the ball for Bowen.
Yeah, he just needed to wait a split second longer there, Benrahma, just to wait for Jarrod Bowen to make his move before he plays that pass.
Now Ronaldo in the kind of area which he thrives. Straight down the throat of Fabianski.
So difficult to stop like that because he is prepared to go on his left foot, as we saw against Newcastle. He's got to strike it, he can. And when he's walking it towards you and doing the step overs, very difficult to know exactly which way he's going to end up. This is the right foot, straight at the goalkeeper.
It's another milestone for Ronaldo, incidentally, today, the 900th game of his club career.
I know, the guy's incredible. Just keeps breaking records, setting new standards, and just wonderful to watch. And I'm delighted that he's back part of the Premier League, genuinely. Different man now, different player now, of course, but still wants to be pivotal and central to most things that happen, and often is.
Ball clearance falling at the feet of Souček. Fornals couldn't wriggle his way through. The blue shirts converged on him from all sides. And Fernandes caught there, right in front of the referee, who might have a word with Declan Rice at the next break of play. Wan-Bissaka. Bruno Fernandes with a link up to feet Greenwood. Wan-Bissaka getting into more advanced positions again. Greenwood away from Vlasic. Fernandes can deliver. Flying clearance from Ogbonna in front of Mason Greenwood to give Manchester United another corner.
That's great defensive play from Ogbonna, because that's a brilliant cross from Bruno Fernandes. That's hit early, that's hit hard, it's dipping at the crucial moment. That's exactly what Ronaldo wants, even though he's at the back post. Mason Greenwood it is who goes with his foot. Excellent defensive work, but that's a really good delivery from Bruno Fernandes.
Three corners without reply for Manchester United. Another in-swinger here. Shaw giving the signal. Ronaldo and Maguire both going near post. Oh, and what a header off the line that was. Cresswell with a goal-saving intervention. Souček can then get it away.
Oh, he's hit that well, Bruno Fernandes. He's hit that so well. Hardly any backlift, hardly any adjustment, just fired it, and that little deflection, sending it onto the post.
Ronaldo. Greenwood for Fred. Shaw trying his luck. Smart save from Fabianski, but Manchester United coming closer than ever before.
Yep, patient build-up again on the edge of that West Ham 18-yard box. Comes to Luke Shaw. He knows he's got Bruno outside him, but uses that opportunity to work Fabianski. This is the shot from Bruno. Look at that. I mean, he's hit that, so what a save. What a stop that is. It might well have been stopped on the line, but brilliant strike from Bruno. That is fabulous. A brilliant hand from Fabianski.
Fernandes closer than anyone to breaking the deadlock so far. 4 Premier League goals to his name already this season.
Lots of tactical little battles going on out there. You can see just in the out of the picture to your right, you can see Soufal, look, he's trying to run Pogba back. Pogba knows he's got to pick him up if the ball is switched quickly, but he also wants to try and detail Fornals. There you go. A little bit of communication with him and Luke Shaw there to switch. So lots of interesting little personal battles going on out there. Trying to find that little bit of room, that little bit of space to make something happen.
Shove from Shaw, giving West Ham United the free kick. Nice force of foul. And Fornals working the angle cleverly. Here's Bowen. A bit of space this time. West Ham United the lead. Moments after Manchester United hit the post at one end, the heroics of Lucas Fabianski underline at the other as Benrahma's shot hits Varane and gives West Ham United the advantage.
Well, that's what happens when you prepare to have a go. I like the way they show plenty of patience here, West Ham. Lovely movement. Jarrod Bowen, make sure he has the extra pass. That gives Benrahma the chance. Look, it's unfortunate for David De Gea and Manchester United and Rafa Varane because he's leaping in front of that, trying to block it. Turns his back on it a little bit, you could argue. Shouldn't do that. Never turn your back on it. You have to take that right in the chest. And he might not have deflected that past his goalkeeper had he have done so. But that's a big moment in this game, that, because just in the first 10 minutes, I was a little concerned the way West Ham were going about it. But give them the lead, give this crowd now something to really scream about and hang on to. And you've got a tough opponent here for United.
Well, inevitably, before the game, much was made of Cristiano Ronaldo's start to his Manchester United career. The return of one old face was inspiring them, another plotting their downfall today, and you could see what it meant to David Moyes. Still an hour to go. And West Ham will be mindful of the fact that they led in this game last season only to concede 3 in a 13-minute spell in the second half. On the day where they're without their talismanic striker, West Ham finding the lead is a good start. United looking for an instant response. Bruno Fernandes trying to stand it up. Shaw keeps it alive, and now they're trying to improvise. No chance, really.
Great football on the far side from United there. Little succession of one-touch passing allows Bruno to get to the byline. Stands it up. It's always a little big that for Luke Shaw, who does his level best to get that back to Ronaldo. I think he's already anticipated going with his right foot, and in the end didn't adjust his feet. Left foot would have been better. Some nice football from United at times. They just need to now provide a better chance. The chance that Bruno Fernandes, when he forced that amazing save out of Fabianski, was, again, out of nothing. But their football's been okay up to the edge of the box. Can they now provide Ronaldo in particular with a proper chance?
Pogba. McTominay, that's a great through ball. Cristiano Ronaldo checking back onto his right foot. Just waited too long, then Fornals with a challenge, no foul on Pogba. Referee waves the protest away. Shaw. Wan-Bissaka. Another fine save from Lucas Fabianski to keep the lead intact. And Manchester United trying to respond.
Well, since the goal, United have responded exactly as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have wanted. Love this ball from McTominay. Zuma just drifts a little bit. He's just wandered away from Cristiano Ronaldo. Soufal can't get there, but just does enough. And then Zuma recovers, but he's ball watching a bit there. Kurt Zuma can't do that with Ronaldo. Can't turn you back on him.
United's fourth corner, in from Shaw. Souček with the dominant touch to get it away. Vlasic trying to help it further forward. Manchester United able to recycle it back in from Fernandes again. And Cristiano Ronaldo taps it in. Manchester United back on level terms. The headline act who breaks defences, breaks records and breaks hearts. What a piece.
Great ball again. It just seemed to me everybody was static when the ball's delivered in the box. The West Ham defenders are all holding a line. Oh, Ronaldo there, look, the arm's offside. I'll have a good look at that one. I think I want to be okay with the new tolerance levels, but yeah, he's okay. Oh, he'll be fine with the leg of Aaron Cresswell. But again, when you're trying to perhaps hold him up, hold him onto the edge of the box, clever ball in. Fabianski has come at him very quickly, and he taps it back in.
He maintains his record of scoring in every game since his return to Manchester United. 4 in 3 for him. Talk about an instant impression.
So I always think, Jim, as a defender there, surely you're better off just trying to mark him, get goal side. So, all right, so you play others potentially onside. Cresswell there, he's looking at his centre halves, he's trying to sort of hold Ronaldo a little bit, trying to not allow him to make the run, but you're never going to stop him. Surely you're better off trying to defend him, as opposed to just trying to hold a line and catch him offside. It's a decision. You have a split second to make that call, by the way, and once Cresswell decides to go with the first option and it doesn't work, you're in trouble. Great ball in, and let's be honest, United have been knocking on the door a little bit for the last, well, since the goal, really. You know, they've had some good situations. They've been unlucky with the Fernandes strike, but they're right back in it now.
A shade over 4 minutes between the two goals. Manchester United doing what they do so well. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finding himself in the relatively accustomed position of seeing his side behind, away from home. It's happened countless times in this long unbeaten run. And invariably they find a way back.
Problem for West Ham is with Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. It's dragging Vlasic and others back on top of their midfield, and then you've got Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Fred, McTominay and Ronaldo all playing quite narrow. It's Bruno Fernandes here. There's that decision from Cresswell at the top of the screen. He doesn't really go with Ronaldo. He's just trying to hold him, and there's the arm that he puts in the air. Once it's in the back of the net, is more our hope than anything else. I think you've got to defend him better than that. Great touch, wasn't it? Great flick with the outside of the right boot. And Lucas Fabianski's unlucky because he's ended up going back on his heels, sitting down on the line, and it's a tap-in.
That is Manchester United's 100th Premier League goal against West Ham, the first team to notch up a century against them. There was a look of concern on the face of the Manchester United manager, particularly on the back of what had happened in Switzerland the other day, when West Ham had the lead, but just 4 minutes and 14 seconds later, Ronaldo did what he does. Got a good record in most fixtures, to be fair, Cristiano Ronaldo, but an excellent one in this game. 6 goals now in his last 5 appearances against West Ham. Well, Bonner getting it away, but Manchester United getting a foothold in terms of possession again after West Ham's best period of the game. McTominay getting towards the byline and pulled it back just a fraction away from Ronaldo. Safar can prevent the corner.
They've done that well, United. Drive into the byline, particularly on that right side. McTominay's done it. Bruno Fernandes has been there. Wan-Bissaka's been close a couple of times, but that's a dangerous area when you get to that byline. You start cutting the ball back for people arriving in the box. Difficult to mark.
Fred, the Manchester United player, emerging with possession, but it's a West Ham throw. Bowen hoiking it skywards. Nice take by Greenwood. There's a zip about Manchester United's approach play here. Rice leaning into Bruno Fernandes, running back, and now West Ham United try to bring it forward with Bowen. Shaw stopped him getting too far too quickly.
Great run that from Jarrod Bowen. Surrounded by the blue of United, but somehow manages to sort of wriggle out of that and keep going. Just about stays on his feet there. Luke Shaw's always going to recover that one, but it's decent play from the makeshift striker.
Too much on that, much to Cresswell's frustration.
Yeah, because he's got great quality, Aaron Cresswell. That for him is particularly poor. They've been second best most of the half. It has to be said, West Ham. They had a little spell around the time where they got the goal where they just seemed to get going and get a grip of things. And they've allowed United to respond pretty quickly. And they're back with the ball at their feet, kind of dictating the tempo of the game.
Greenwood can drive forward, Ronaldo outside in.
Oh, he's hit that well. It's a great stop. That's a brilliant save. He must have thought he'd scored again. Great run from Ronaldo. The pass to him is perfect. The one-touch football again from United is brilliant. That is a brilliant save. That is a top save, that really is. Better angle for you. Yeah, good stop. And up again very quickly and pouncing on that. Make sure nobody's there to tap it in.
But for the good work of Fabianski, Manchester United might have been out of sight as it is. West Ham United create another glorious opportunity for Vlasic, and they should now be ahead.
Come at him quick. Certainly come at him very quick. He's hardly had a kick, really, Nikola Vlasic. But it's one that if you just get the right contact, don't put too much on that, because all the pace is from Cresswell's cross. But if you just get that on target, just keep that under the bar, that flies past De Gea, he wouldn't see it.
Well, Vlasic, the player the West Ham side, having missed out on Jesse Lingard, midfield playmaker, who cost £33 million. Certainly didn't have the influence that he wanted in his time as a youngster at Everton in the Premier League, but he is the current Russian Premier League Player of the Year. Greenwood helping it in. Zuma patrolling the area right in front of Cristiano Ronaldo, which was crucial. And Martin Atkinson indicating that he initially played the advantage, and when it didn't go West Ham's way, he's pulled it back for a free kick.
I've enjoyed the first half. It's been a good game. It's been an open game, and I think that's potentially a little bit of a worry for David Moyes. I think he's allowed United to have good possession in their own half, perhaps a little too freely. Obviously, with the forward players that he's got to allow them to go and express themselves. Got to kind of get that balance right a little bit to deny United.
Good play there by Pogba. Ronaldo for Shaw. Bruno Fernandes, the most advanced of the Manchester United players when he received it. Here is Ronaldo. Trying to work the angle. That's enough to make you dizzy. Bruno Fernandes working wide for Wan-Bissaka. No pressure on Varane, so he's able to make 30, 40 yards upfield. Greenwood, Shaw. A lot of patience about Manchester United here, waiting for the right occasion to offer itself. West Ham with so many back and condensing the play, trying to deny Manchester United the space. Pogba drifting out of the right-hand side. Fabianski not tested this time.
Lucky. Some of their football in that area of the field, though, for United has been really nice to watch. It has. They've got so many good technicians in there, this man being one of them. Able to get the ball into his feet, strikes a poor one, not great, gets a deflection.
This latest Manchester United corner coming at the beginning of 2 additional minutes. More air underneath the delivery from Shaw. And now they're just trying to ease it back into the fray somehow. Maguire sending it wide. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, did well to get it in. It was a tantalising delivery for Fabianski. Couldn't take any chances and was forced to concede another corner.
Yeah, it was an awkward one. I'm not sure if this was deflected, but it's swerving and Fabianski can't afford to take any risks with that at all. So they just need to see out one more situation, West Ham.
Fernandes across to take it. Not Bonner with the important touch this time. Shaw. In from Fred. Cresswell. Great persistence from him. And the counter-attack is on here. Vlasic has got to chase it. He's going to be able to keep it in. That will allow Manchester United the chance to regroup. And Wan-Bissaka was the player that got it to safety. Back from Souček. Cresswell. One last chance for West Ham to get the lead back before the break. Going to have to be quick about it. It's a fouls ball in. Fred with the off-balance defensive header that did the job, and...
Well, another game, another Cristiano Ronaldo goal. That's the pattern for the past 8 days since he joined the club. But West Ham United very much still in this one. The half-time score is 1-1 in East London. We'll have the highlights from the first half with Tim and Robbie. And we'll also bring you the goal from the South Coast, Brighton-Leicester, next.
Brace yourselves.
Give me your best arguments.
Sure.
Pop culture is a religion.
Fire.
You're in an era where we worship celebrity.
Oh, and also, Susie.
I don't listen to people. I listen to God. It's constitutionally guaranteed.
Oh, terrible.
I'm here to present the future.
I posted that black square, I deleted that black square, I reposted the black square, and then I redeleted the black square.
The Premise, now streaming. Exclusively FX on Hulu.
Welcome to Allstate, where our new lower auto rates make everyone feel like an MVP. Now get new lower auto rates. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Dad,